so many games to get through, but luckily we've got you covered. 1,200 games are on the slate this season, and we've gone through and pulled out the best of the best.
We have the world's best on the world stage. It's showtime.
There's no stage like this stage.
Come on, baby.
I've been at this thing for so long. I swear I feel I'm like 100 now.
Ferocious flush.
To win, you got to be able to sacrifice. This is what I'm here to do. This is what I want to do. I want to win.
Sixers win it!
Man, we're blessed. We have a lot of talent in this league right now.
Swatted into the stands. Behind the back. Oh, what a beautiful find. That is all world. A new era has dawned. It's Wemby's West. Siakam pulls back. Steps back.
Mano a mano, the best of the best, and everybody's watching.
Happy NBA schedule release day. Over the next hour, we will be revealing all the must-see matchups, key dates for stars who have joined new teams, and everything you need to know heading into the 2026-2027 season. You'll be able to catch these 5 teams the most on national TV. The reigning champion New York Knicks have 34 nationally televised games. Joining them with 34 are Luka's Lakers, LeBron's 76ers, Wemby's Spurs, and coming in with 30 are SGA's Thunder. All 30 teams have at least 2 national TV games this season. The Knicks, Lakers, Sixers, and Spurs will all play 13 games on the ESPN family of networks. And it's not a shocker, these 4 teams have the shortest odds to win the title. The Spurs and Thunder are the favorites to win it all, followed by the reigning champion Knicks and LeBron with the new-look Sixers. We start with the Thunder coming off back-to-back 60-plus win seasons. OKC has the easiest strength of schedule in the league next season. The last team to win 60 games in 3 straight seasons, the Warriors from 2014 to 2017. These Thunder could be next. As for the team who knocked off the Thunder, the Spurs have 94 days of rest slated for next season. That is tied for the most among any team's schedule. Of course, that could help in keeping Wemby fresh. The reigning champion Knicks beat the Spurs to end that 53-year title drought and are rewarded with a really good slate. New York is tied for the fewest road games on the second night of back-to-backs. They only have 5. That is massive. And the team in the East many see as the Knicks' biggest competition this season, of course, Philly. The Sixers added LeBron James and Jaylen Brown and have the fewest amount of stretches with 3 games in 4 nights, something that could help a soon-to-be 42-year-old King James and Joel Embiid. All right, now welcoming our excellent panel. We've got Ramona Shelburne, we've got Tim MacMahon. Of course, I'm Vanessa Richardson filling in today for Malika Andrews. I know a lot of folks are at home right now looking at their respective team schedule, digesting it all. But when you take inventory, as we've all now seen it, what stands out, Ramona?
I mean, I always look at where the defending champs are when they get their rings. And if I'm New York, I'm a little annoyed.
Yeah.
Because I'm at Madison Square Garden getting my rings, and the story is going to be LeBron James and the Sixers. Like, can they just have their night? Can they get their rings?
Just give us one. Just give us one night.
Everyone's going to be talking about pregame. No one's going to say, how's it feeling to get your rings, Jalen and Carl and OG? No, they're going to be like, what do you think of LeBron and Philly? Come on, can they have one night?
Well, let me just tell you something. The league is still driven by LeBron James, and this schedule makes that clear. Like you said, from opening night through the rest of the season with the national TV appearances, and you mentioned fewest 3 games in 4-night stretches, tied for the fewest back-to-backs, no stretches of 5 games in 7 nights, only a handful of teams to have that. The league office sure did not hold it against LeBron for making them wait to put this schedule together. This is favorable because they want a healthy LeBron because, let's be honest, LeBron James is good for business, has been good for business for 24 years now, and, maybe 2 or 3 more.
He's back in the Eastern Conference, too, which means he can play in that early time slot.
Great point.
Oh, that's the big one. And I also thought LeBron on Christmas in L.A.
Yeah.
So he gets to be home with his kids. I mean, my goodness.
That's a nice present.
The back-to-back thing, though, the lack of back-to-backs is massive. That is exhausting for guys. All right, we're going to welcome in our NBA champion, our good friend Kendrick Perkins, somebody who, of course, played enough back-to-backs in his day. Kendrick Perkins, what stands out about the schedule?
You know what? I'm going to say Spurs Thunder. The way that the Spurs handled the Thunder, beating them in the Western Conference Finals, Game 7, the biggest rivalry in basketball, the biggest individual rivalry in basketball, Wemby and Chet. Well, it seems like it's one-sided. Well, one guy that brought a gun to the gunfight and the other one that brought a spoon. And Chet Holmgren got to bounce back from the way that he was embarrassed, no matter if he want to embrace it or not. But long as Chet Holmgren is on this squad, it is a rivalry in Victor Wembanyama's eyes, and so this is a game that I'm going to be looking forward to. I'm going to see what Chet has done this offseason. Has he put on weight? Has he hit the weight room? Has his mindset changed? Has his confidence changed? And the tenacity, the force, is he going to go back at them? And same along with SGA, because he struggled a little bit in that. Are you going to be able to get Stephon Castle and the rest of them dogs off of you so you could be able to get back to being the Shea that we know and love, the two-time MVP?
Oh! Straight to a poster. Hurry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! It's gone! A Doncic dagger!
I don't think we've had this exciting a prospect since LeBron James.
Hey, he's hotter than fish grease. Bang! Oh, he ascends. Good night, Cleveland. What are they going to say now? Let's go! Let's go! Mamba out.
I guess that says it all. Hey, get your calendars out. We are ready. The NBA schedule just dropped at the top of the hour. We've got some really important key dates on the ESPN schedule as you gear up for the Thanksgiving holiday. The night before will feature a triple header on ESPN led by the Heat Sixers. Giannis and Bam will face off against LeBron and his new team in an NBA Cup group play game that will be followed up by the Wolves Thunder and Spurs Blazers. Then on January 30th, the annual NBA Rivals Week gets capped off with a huge 4-game slate on ABC headlined by the Nuggets taking on the Thunder. These two teams feature the last 3 MVP award winners. You got SGA and, of course, the Joker. All right, also on that day, you get Sixers Heat, Spurs Warriors, and Lakers Knicks. A big day indeed. And the second annual Pioneers Classic will take place on February 3rd. Pistons hosting the Knicks that day. It is, of course, a celebration of the Black NBA pioneers who helped lay the foundation for today's players. The inaugural game was in Boston, and this year will be on Detroit against the reigning champs. Perks, when you look at the matchups that just dropped, a lot of great ones, what do you think is the best rivalry currently in the NBA?
I mean, it's hard. I want to lean more towards the Spurs and the Thunder, but the Denver and Minnesota rivalry is real. I mean, it is real. A lot of noise talking, a lot of back and forth, and especially from Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels became a household name just off this series alone. Everybody in the world knows Jaden McDaniels. Not only did he talk that talk, and single-handedly called every single one of the players out by name in the interview, but he closed them out in great fashion in the series, having 32 points, 10 rebounds, and I believe Anthony Edwards was on the sideline. And so when you just think about every time they match up, it is real smoke. It's rarely we see Jokic get out of character, but for some strange reason, we see him get his feathers ruffled every time he played the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You know what their record is over the last 4 seasons playing each other? It's Minnesota with an 18-17 advantage. 18.
Wow.
So of all those, they're even across the 16 regular season games. There have been 3 playoff series in 4 years. So that's how you start a rivalry, is you have playoff series. Minnesota's won 2 of those, including last year. And the Jaden McDaniels comments are, those were spicy. I mean, he called all of them bad defenders. And then after the series, he literally said bad defenders.
Bad
he said, I don't think you can call them in our class now because we beat them the last 2 series. Like, whoo. You don't often see people that unfiltered.
Tim?
And look, Perk, you hit on the Spurs Thunder, and that is the best potential rivalry in the NBA. Spurs-Knicks is right up there as one of the best potential rivalries in the NBA. It's got all the elements except for one thing. They're both too one-sided right now. The Thunder haven't drawn blood against the Spurs yet. They got their butts kicked by them throughout the regular season, including at home on Christmas. They got beat at home in a Game 7. They've got to beat the Spurs to make that a real rivalry. You can have all the animosity, the disdain for women and all that. You got to draw blood. And then the Spurs got to land a punch on the Knicks, okay? Big leads in the finals just to get beat. That doesn't work. You got eliminated by them in the NBA Cup. again in the NBA Finals. Again, in New York, Madison Square Garden, Wemby is an MSG villain now.
Yeah.
But for it to be a rivalry, the Spurs got to win some games.
No, I'm with you. And Wemby has to keep the same energy that he has for Chet Holmgren for Karl Anthony Towns. Because one could say Karl Anthony Towns outplayed Wemby. They had to hide Wemby at points of that series and make adjustments where they actually moved Wemby from guarding Karl Anthony Towns after games 1 and game 2. Also, Jalen Brunson, I believe it was almost, if I'm not mistaken, 20-plus times he picked on Wemby in the pick and roll, especially in Game 4. If I'm not mistaken, like at some point, the Defensive Player of the Year, like the Knicks think something a little sweet about you. You got to bounce back. So, again, it's something that, especially when you meet up in the NBA Finals and it's on that stage and you get beaten 5.
I mean, there's some, when you know you're being picked on, like when you know they're picking on you, Chet Holmgren, you know when Wemby was getting picked on and you still can't stop it, there's just another level to that. And I'm excited to see how Wemby responds this year because we've seen him respond. But this is the big challenge for him going forward in the next year. They did get that one game.
They did.
They won that one game, right? And Wemby was walking around barefoot afterwards, and everyone in New York was like, how did he get into Gramercy Park? Who gave him the key?
Be interesting to see how those rivalries continue to get heated up.